Hello, welcome to 3-4 Talk.
Hello! Hey!
I'm on time this week.
Yes. Exactly. Is that relative to last week?
Yeah. I was the first one here this week. Yay, go me. How is everyone?
So good. How are you?
Awesome. Do we have an additional co-host this week?
I don't know if you can hear him like meowing his head off in the background. Yeah, he's being wild tonight.
I thought that was a baby.
I did too.
No, it is Bain&Chiad's cat, Copper, but he's being quite spicy right now. So
We're jealous of all the attention Dari got last week and is like, that's me this week.
It's my time.
Yeah. So welcome everyone to your weekly dose of IEL content. It's great to have it's a second week in a row, all five of us are here.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I remember your faces.
Yeah, this is great. Shelley's given us what did you say in the pre-show? How did you welcome to what was it, Shelley?
Welcome to IT. Can I put you on hold forever? I'm calling to ask you about your Dark One's extended warranty.
His extended what?
Warranty.
Oh, that's not as fun.
Yeah. So, how has everyone been this week? Mel, how are you?
I'm good. I had a really annoying thing happen today, but I'm choosing not to focus on it because I had a really good win yesterday. I have a great big new job, and part of one of the first things that we had to do was pitch. I don't know if any of you are in the startup world where you have to pitch businesses and all that stuff, but I did our first pitch for my international team, and everyone thought it was really well done and gave me lots of kudos. So that was really awesome.
Nice.
Wait, ramen rattle.
Like, oh yeah, we have the thing for this.
Yeah.
How can you talk about Wetlander? Why can
We're
you do
clearly
that?
out of practice. We're all just there oh shit, no, we got a thing for that, Snaps for Mel.
Yeah. Yeah, very boho tonight, guys.
There we go. Leigh-A, how are you this week?
Good. Work's ramping up. So for those of you know, I'm struggling with long COVID, so I'm not getting my daytime naps in quite as often. So I'm really tired, but trying to figure out that balance. It's just kind of a juggling act. So life's got to carry on, and I'm here. I woke up for the show. So that's the important thing.
You did better than I do, so yes. Nice.
We are happy to have you.
We are very happy. And apparently, is this Newt is unhappy?
This is Margaret.
Marmot. Okay, so Marmot has come to join us. And how are you a Marmot, Shelley?
We've had better weeks. Marmot got sick this week.
Oh no!
I had to have a little emergency vet visit yesterday, and as you can tell, she's very mad at me because she's been getting pills. So I've been making a burrito twice a day. But yeah, other than that, it is as it's cold as a cast iron toilet here. So I am perfectly happy in my little solarium with the heat on right now.
Why?
So uncomfortable all around. For so many reasons uncomfortable.
Well, if you're gonna have,
do you have to oil it after every use?
yeah, like how do you season that? I guess was my question. They're pre-seasoned.
Pre-seasoned.
I mean, you have natural skin oils, so maybe you just season it with your butt.
So you just like caress it, like
Yeah. I mean, the key to a cast iron toilet is to use it second, so it's warmed up.
Wait, are these actual things that actually exist?
Well,
Have you guys never heard that?
the
The full saying is, it's as cold as a cast iron toilet on the dark side of the moon, is the full saying.
What?
Who
Wow.
says this?
I think we should have a poll to see if anybody's actually heard of the cast
Agreed.
iron toilet. Because
Agreed, because the idioms of the Canadian part of the threefold land continue
you-
to surprise me.
And while we're doing that, cast iron tips.
You want to? Do you know what the most?
Jess-
do you guys want to hear the most
Jess,
embarrassing?
by the way, thank you so much. We
You
miss
guys.
love you.
Love you,
So-
Jess.
Love you
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We've missed you too.
Since
Right,
it's a
no,
bit of a
Use it with your butt.
what you do. But since it's a bit of a shoot the shit night, do you guys want to hear my most embarrassing Canadian idiom story?
Of course.
Yes.
It wasn't this one? It was
No.
a different one?
Oh, there's
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
So when I was telling a story once, so I'll tell it to you guys the way I told it to my friends, and you will probably pick up where the embarrassment came from. So I was at Girl Guide camp one summer when I was a kid, and the whole camp came down with beaver fever. And we all got really, really sick, couldn't keep anything down. And as I was telling this story, everyone started cracking up, being like, I'm sorry, pause. What the fuck is beaver fever? And I was like, beaver fever. It's what you get from bad water. And they were like, so you were at Girl Guide camp and everyone got beaver fever. And I was like, yeah, this is a common thing, isn't it? Turns out beaver fever is the Canadian colloquialism for giardia. And so I was on a call with all these people from around the world telling them about my, teenage beaver fever that I caught at Girl Guide camp.
And is Girl Guide like the Girl Scouts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because I thought you were saying girl guy.
No,
I did
Girl
too.
Guide.
No,
Girl
girl
Guide.
guys.
It was literally
GUID guide. Yes.
500 girls, all with beaver fever, and staying in tents.
Sounds like my type of camp.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had beaver fever before, but I think in a completely different way.
Yeah.
So
I love this one time at a girl guy
Same.
camp.
Hashtag same.
So that would be my probably most embarrassing Canadianism story.
And Fudgy's like, say Bieber fever.
Fever.
the story just keeps getting more lore added to it. So it's not girl guide. It's not.
I don't want to date myself.
Lesbianism,
I don't want to date myself, but I don't think Justin Bieber was born at that time.
No,
Probably not.
probably not.
That's highly
He certainly
likely.
wasn't the pop
We were
station.
kind of crushing over. I think we'd just gotten out of New Kids on the Block.
NKOTB?
So I think that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Noma Garden. Oh, this is great. Noma Garden, you've just inspired me to. Foldies, I want you to go and comment on the video with your favorite strange phrase. Because Noma Garden, personally, my odd phrase, couldn't find his ass with both hands and a greased flashlight.
Another one we have is happy as a pig in shit. That's a pretty Canadian one. Is this happy as a pig in shit?
Yeah. My favorite one when someone's being a bit stupid is a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
Aw.
Yeah. They're definitely liking New Kids on the Block for life.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
even spelled the way we spelt it as kids. I like that. So
That's how we do it, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the right stuff.
It is
So
great.
before we do you know what? I forgot to ask everyone their mocktails. So Bain&Chiad, tell us how you are this week and tell us about your mocktail because it's dry January. So we do like a tipple here on the show, but we're showing solidarity with those of you that are doing dry January. And
What word did you just say? Did you say tipple?
Tipple.
Yes, tipple.
Am I just speaking a different language than every other English-speaking person on the planet?
We've got a whole bunch of new ones tonight.
I'm learning so much new vocabulary.
I was going to say a wee nip, but Kevin's in the chat, and I know how he'd take that.
Yes, this is true. Village Mattress
Kevin
has.
probably has to deal with beaver fever like all the time. So
Yeah.
This is true. Yes.
I was already worried because of what tipple rhymes with. So, Kevin, control yourself.
So yeah, just put Village Mattress's weird phrase. He couldn't sell his ass in prison. Random Noman likes useless as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. I'm not presently occupying this space to fornicate with arachnids.
So there's an Australian saying that I've learned since meeting Kev, which is we're not here to fuck spiders.
And Jessica stay busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Nice.
These are great. These are great. Bain&Chiad, how are you? And what are you drinking?
It's been a really busy week. I feel like I've had something going on every day. But I had a really nice brunch on Sunday with Jess and Daniel. And they're both here in chat. So I just want to thank them again because I had an awesome time. We had a really nice chat. And I am drinking, I really wanted to find this non-alcoholic gin that my stepmother actually found and I tried over the summer, and she made me this delicious fake gin and tonic. It was fantastic, but I couldn't find it at the store. So there's so many like options now for mocktails and like libations and like all potions and stuff. But I got this thing called Mingle, and it's a blackberry hibiscus Bellini, and it's bubbly and it's really quite delicious.
that sounds really good.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
I love it.
And it's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
It's so
It
pink.
is, yeah. I'm gonna carry on from yours and say mine. So I was super prepared, consummate professional, and I went to my cupboards earlier, and I was like, "What have I got that's mocktail worthy?" And I had some beautiful tonic in the fridge, which is a very British thing, obviously. Some Mediterranean Fever Tree tonic. Not sponsored by Fever Tree, sorry, but if you want to, let me know. And I took that. I'm like, that's very British. I need to flavor it with something. And I was like, screw it. Let's flavor it with something British. You don't get blackcurrant over in the American part of the Freehold land. So I have a blackcurrant tonic or a blood tonic.
Love it.
Ooh, that's
Sounds
appropriate.
Can you make
so
that when I visit?
upset right now.
I absolutely can, yes. It's very
I'm
sweet.
a big fan of
It's,
blackcurrant.
it's so easy to go. Mel, what are you drinking in your goblets?
Yeah. So I don't know what to call it. Maybe you guys can help me name it. So it's mostly coconut water, sparkling coconut water with a little bit of ginger ale. And it also has lime juice and olive juice.
Oh.
So it's a little bit margarita-esque, like just slightly. It's got that tang. And it's got a slightly beachy vibe. It's delicious. I don't know.
Huh. Chat,
Salty
throw a
guaro?
shredded.
Yeah. Name
was that second?
Mel's mocktail.
Yeah.
Could be a
So
Dirty-
you like a salty guaro or
dirty
something.
beach with no climax. I don't know.
Just a dirty beach.
No.
I like random gnomon. That one's called a cast iron toilet.
Oh my god, I love that.
Maybe
yeah.
it could be called the copper toilet, since I'm
The
drinking
copper-
out of the copper mug and I haven't
Yeah.
rimmed it yet. Maybe.
Copper takes
I don't know.
offense to that. He does not want it to be like that.
Look, you guys are the same color, Copper. Seriously,
Oh.
look.
Wise One Shelly, what are you treating yourself with this week?
So in winter, I like to drink hot chocolates with either like a shot of peppermint schnapps or some Baileys or some Fireball whiskey. So my favorite hot chocolate is there's two types of hot chocolate I really like. This is the one you can buy in stores called Ibarra. You can get it at most like Mexican, Latin American stores, and you make a puck of it. So you make a pot. And so what I did tonight is I made a spiced hot chocolate. So I put it in my pot, milk, the chocolate puck, and then I added a stick of cinnamon, a couple cloves, a dash of nutmeg, and then a bit of cayenne. So I made a spicy hot chocolate tonight instead of using Fireball whiskey. If I wanted to do a mint one, I would add a couple peppermint drops. And if I wanted to do a bit of Bailey's, I'd probably be SOL, but that's fine. Just drink it straight. It's still a really good hot chocolate.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, I'm drinking nice, warming, spicy hot chocolate because it's cold.
I love that. And Leigh-A, what are you dabbling in this evening?
So I made kind of a virgin mango pina colada. So it is.
Wait, you didn't like. Last time I saw something this colored on your screen. Please tell me that's not curdling. Please tell me that is okay.
Yeah, it is chunky, but it's like a good kind of chunky. Mostly because I woke up a little later than I wanted to from my nap, and I was gonna like puree all that stuff together, and then I went into my fridge, and the mango puree jar had dropped over, and I was like, so I'm trying to clean that up, and then like the can opener wasn't working, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I just haven't had coffee yet, and just use a spoon. But yeah, so it's coconut milk from the can, so you shake it up, and so that's what the chunks are from because I didn't do a great job shaking it up. And then mango puree, some water to thin it out, ice, and I was gonna, blend it so it would all get all smooth. And then I added a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it up. But it does taste delicious. It looks gross, but it's
So
good.
we have established some new canon this evening, ladies. Leigh-A, whenever she makes something, it's always chunky. If Leigh-A brings food to the show, it's chunky food. And now it's chunky
Both
drink.
going in and coming out.
Oh yeah, don't remind me about that. But one of the reasons we wanted to do this is a lot of people do dry January just as a post-holiday routine, and while it's amazing to give up alcohol or other things like that, a choice. There's so many reasons to take a hiatus from alcohol, not just because of social conventions. If you want to go on a diet, you want to save money, or you actually do have addiction problems and you're trying to get healthier. Sometimes just general health issues like giving up alcohol. And I know we do imbibe, some people more than others, a lot on the show, but we kind of wanted to show some solidarity with folks who do choose not to partake in alcohol for whatever personal reason, and just kind of start that conversation that not drinking or doing substance, I know it's often referred to as giving up a vice. I hate it when it's coined as the word vice, indicating that there's something wrong with the choice to partake in alcohol or marijuana or some of these other vices. And it's a choice one way to either partake or to not partake. And either way, as long as you're doing something that's good for you, then do it. And that's my sweat tent talk for the day.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers!
Cheers!
All right.
And I do have a secondary non-chunky drink just because it's cold here, which is non-caffeinated tea. It's an immune-boosting tea.
Nice. I'm going to end the poll we did. 89% of Foldies watching have said they have not heard of a cast iron toilet on the dark side of the moon. So we are educating people.
Wow.
And with that, I think it's time that we go into the obviously very full, and we don't have enough time to squeeze it all in, news section that is the Daily Veil.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
All right. I loved it. So I got new headphones for Christmas, and that just blew my mind. Like, how good that, like, it sounded great in my old headphones. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the intro just to the show sounded better than usual. But Michael Kramer and that last note was just like, and it just like rumbled in my ear. I was like, ooh. That's my personal news for the week.
Good news. I like that.
Yes, folks, it's a heavy news week. Obviously, we have so much to cram in. Let me start with the Wheel of Time tweeting. No, there's nothing from Wheel of Time. But there is something from What Series, folks. The good folks of What Series, some of which... The sentence structure, Rob, that was just terrible. Some of which will be here next week. Sarah, Celtic Mist, will be joining us, possibly some of the other team. So come back and hear us thank them live on the show next week. But they provided us with a little bit of news, and that is Young Man. So, this is Young Man.
There's no need to feel down.
That's why I said it like that. I was like, somebody please finish the sentence.
I think Kevin wrote a whole parody of YMCA and tweeted it.
Nice.
We're getting requests to turn the music down just a touch.
Yeah, I've just turned it down. There we go. The music apparently is more powerful than you. I don't know why.
A lot of music complaints.
Can I go on a terrible tangent?
Always.
Because Oliver's ears, and Oliver being Oliver's ears being a small boy with giant ears, tweeting that exact phrase out reminded me that my friend who's a professional violist has 2 young children, and he shared this video today of him practicing a piece, and his young son would not stop saying while he's practicing, "High notes too loud, high notes too loud, the music too loud, too loud." And he just, he kept saying it for 5 minutes, and they were both being stubborn at the same time. He wouldn't stop playing, and the kid wouldn't stop saying it. So it's just this 5-minute video of them competing with each other, screaming from voice or viola. It's pretty entertaining. I'm gonna have to find it and share it because he put it on his SoundCloud. That's how ridiculous it is.
That's hilarious.
That is brilliant. I've just noticed that we could all be at the bottom of the screen. This is fun.
Ooh.
Ooh,
What do we prefer, ladies? Do we like the bottom of the screen or the side of the screen?
I prefer the top.
You want to be on top? Okay, you're on top.
I can switch either way.
Shelly's a switch. Okay.
Which also.
I mean, are we still talking about where we are on the screen?
Positions. We're talking about positions.
Positioning.
Positioning.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's actually go to. Is there an article link here? No.
No.
But,
Just a picture.
We have
Just
a young man.
Just
we have a young man. I'm not going to try and butcher that young man's name, but what series reckon that he will appear in episode 1 or 2 of the season 2? So, Foldies, throw us your names. Like, who is this young man going to be? I saw some speculation somewhere, I can't remember where exactly, that this could be... Oh, no. Who was it? My mind is gone now. I can't think who it was. No, I can't think.
Give us some clues.
No,
Let's play taboo. Let's play taboo with your clues.
No, I know where I saw it. So, okay, so I saw people suggesting he looks a bit like Yosha. So perhaps Galad.
Ooh.
Yeah, or playing Januine in a flashback.
Ooh.
I
Yes.
think he's just a young man, like just like a one-liner part in some pub or something.
But now if he's Janwin, that means we get more Magdalena Satova, and I would never object to more of her.
No.
So
True.
and those two would look pretty good together, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Oh,
I
I
guess
like
it's not Daily Mail, but we did have that punching video from
We did.
what's
We
her name?
do.
Oh yeah. We had that.
I would say this young man looks kind of sad, and I hope someone in the show tells him there's no need to feel down.
Aww. I'm going to see if I can
Really
find
well
that.
done.
It was
Good.
beautiful.
It's
Takes him in
super
and
subtle.
gives him a place to stay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe he and Matt traveled together since Matt has.
Here is the video in question. So, Magda shared this. Thanks, Dune 2 core team, for all the fun while training my private boxing trainers and brothers from other mothers. And then she tagged the appropriate people there. The boxing partner in this. Yeah, love you all. Also, I gave myself a resolution to post more as I want to create and shoot more, but I do that every year and then end up posting once every few months. Who can relate? It's like, I feel a lot of us can probably relate to that. But yeah, as Rapunzel was saying, her fists are furiously fast. Watch this, folks. This is insane. So, wait, I should put the sound on. Like, that's just mad, isn't it? I love that. That's just insane.
As someone whose punches look at best like this,
Yeah.
but I approve that she doesn't use a sword. That's some good hands and feet fighting.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just breathtakingly talented. If she's just learning boxing for that, like,
I agree.
that's amazing.
So, so thank you to What Series and to Magda for giving us something to talk about this week, because the Wheel of Time Twitter account, we love you, Twitter Chaos. It's just giving us old scenes, you know.
Hey, they gave us Dana,
Yep.
They did, yes.
and Dana's amazing, and we need more of Dana. I want a Dana flashback. Or I want a Dana
I'll bring up-
reincarnation.
A Dana reincarnation. I mean, yeah, fair.
The Dana reborn.
Yeah, that's what I want.
The Dana reborn.
Except I want her to come back in the exact same body.
Oh, that might be hard.
Mm.
I mean, if an Aes Sedai maybe healed the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so what we got this week was this one. It was at this moment that Rand knew he fucked up. Which is... And that's kind of it, I think.
Yeah.
And that's a fun segue, because that was on Twitter, because I'm going to remember at a fraction just before the 30-minute mark to be like, Twitter, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to continue the conversation, please come over to YouTube, where you can join the 40s in live chat. But otherwise, it's time to go bye-byes.
Aw. was the most adorable Twitter bye-bye.
That was super cute.
I don't know where it came from, to be honest. It just happened.
I love it. I love it.
This is the quality live content y'all get.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is true. So, Dana and Danby. Nice one, Kev. And apparently, Rapunzel was telling us that we got the door draw from Todd Draws today. Right, that's just an appreciation post. So we'll go back to our regular music.
I love Todd.
And
Todd
I'm
is
going to
amazing.
go hunt down Todd on Twitter because we do enjoy Todd's drawings. Todd is sadly never able to join us on the show because Todd's work schedule just does not fit. But look, this is great. Here we go. Look at that. That is
Cute.
Wow, I don't even know how I feel about that.
I love it so much.
I want a plushie of it.
I know.
yes, and it should come on a plushy door as well.
Is
You
man's
can like
Velcro
remove
too?
it from the door. Yeah. Velcro, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
No, not your style, Leigh-A.
It's like so creepy but so adorable, and those emotions are warring with each other. Like you want to cuddle it, but you're also like, what the fuck?
That's how I always am.
Yeah.
Would that be Adorapy or Creeporable?
Ooh, I like Creeporable a lot.
Horrible, yes.
Speaking of Creeporable, I'm pretty sure Todd drew me. He has not confirmed, just like a few days back when he was drawing the prologue for The Great Hunt.
Oh.
But I did ask, and he has not confirmed nor denied.
Well, there we
I'm
go.
gonna go back and look at it.
My
now.
dream of getting in the party in some form or fashion may have been realized.
Well, speaking of a party, and speaking of not much from Wheel of Time, we're all experiencing a continued void right now, ladies and gents. And that void is because there is no season 2 of Wheel of Time just yet. And as such, we at Threefold Talk have come to fill the void for you. And we are going to suggest a range of shows for you to watch while you wait. And I feel like I should have had some kind of intro right there, which I did not.
You were the intro.
You just introed it so
No,
well.
But I feel like I should have had some kind of like video, be like, ta-da! And I did not have such a thing. So, but never mind.
Life's a
folks.
lot sometimes.
Yeah, this is true. So, anybody like to go first? Don't all jump out at once.
I can go first.
Okay, Leigh-A's up first. Leigh-A,
So,
tell us your show.
this is a show. It's on Netflix, and I'd seen it just as I would scroll through. I was like, oh, I should eventually check that out. But then Camille, i.e. Rational Nerd on Twitter, for those of you guys who follow them, know that she is obsessed with the show Warrior Nun. And so she's like, please, everybody go watch it. And I was like, okay, that sounds kind of cool. And I was only planning on watching 1 or 2 episodes and then just became freaking obsessed and basically over 2 days binged all 2 seasons. And it's amazing for so many reasons. A, the story is really good. It's based off of a comic series. It's basically these young women, most of them are nuns, and they literally kick fucking ass. Even though they use stabby swords, I will forgive them. They don't all use stabby swords. Most of them do use stabby swords. But they can be forgiven because they are amazing warrior goddesses. And the relationships are just beautiful. I know we've talked before about sometimes shows can, when they try to represent queerness. They kind of make it awkward, and it's like, oh, these people are gay. I think a lot of the relationships that happen on this show, like just flow very naturally, and it's very like the relationships are in the background of the main plot line, and it's got a very diverse cast also, and it's just really cool. So also, the scenery, it's based out of Europe, and the scenery is just gorgeous and reminded me that I've had this long-standing goal of walking the Camino Santiago, so I've been like researching again. So maybe next year before Malkier Con, I'll take 30 days and go walk the Camino Santiago and come and be hopefully not too stinky. But anyway, like just back to the show. I highly recommend it. There's 2 seasons out, very binge worthy, or take your time with it. Very rewatchable. So highly, highly, highly recommend.
Oh, that's great. That is very sweet. I have put a little poll in chat to ask our viewers if they've seen Warrior Nun, and you can answer yes or I have too. So please go and vote in that. Out of the hosts here, who has watched I Have Toe? Surprisingly.
I've watched it.
Yeah.
Okay. So One Shelly, Melindhra, and Leigh-A have watched it. Myself and Bain&Chiad have Toe.
There's very few shows that are like more designed for me, because prior to the pandemic, like I went and spent a week with nuns every week on like silent meditation retreats. And these were like really cool nuns. They were apostolic nuns, so they would go out. They were nurses, parole officers, doctors, teachers, like all these sorts of things. And they were pretty badass women. And so this show was like, anyone who knows me for a long enough time knows I'm very obsessed with nuns. And so this show was like designed for me.
Yeah, and I also like the way they approach faith. So like no matter where you are on the faith scale, from like atheist to devout Christian or somewhere around that sliding scale, I think a lot of the messages translate. So it's not heavy, beat on your head Catholicism. They give you a lot of space to think about faith and what faith means.
Yeah, I grew up Catholic, and I have an aunt who's an ex-nun, and I have a mother who wanted to be a nun, but then got married and had 5 children. So, and I have very complicated relationship with Catholicism, but I didn't really feel like this show was trying to like make any sort of like, it was just trying to tell a good story. It wasn't trying to like do anything.
But it did make me think a lot, because it does like go from one position, and then like, I'm totally trying to avoid all spoilers. And things get flipped on its head, and there are people who have either crisis of faith or people who didn't have faith start trying to understand and believe, and then it's all intertwined. And like again, I think it was beautifully addressed.
Yeah,
I love that.
So
that's cool.
Show that has a lot of depth and breadth. So that's why I said it. I feel like it's very rewatchable.
Yeah, it's pretty even in chat. It's like a 52-48 split for I Have Toe and Yes, I Have Seen It. So there's a reasonable number that have gone and seen it, and those of you that haven't, myself included, Bain&Chiad, we will put it on the list of things to watch. So, and if we all start watching it, perhaps Kemi will get their desire, and that's Warrior Nun Renewed, because it stops at season 2, sadly. Yeah. So, who wants to go next with their show? Oh, did I share the other picture? Sorry. Let me just finish off with the other picture. Look at this badass picture. This is a beautiful picture.
It's got the nice bisexual colors.
Bisexual lighting.
This is great, yeah. So
that's a bisexual healing.
Bain&Chiad, will you go next? Did I hear?
Yes, I will go next. I actually saw in chat, MJ Daniel brought it up, saying that they had seen people talking about this show and it looks pretty good. So I will tell you why it's good and why you should watch it. And it's probably not a surprise to most of you if you know me out there. It is because it stars Pedro Pascal. It's The Last of Us on HBO Max. And it's based on the video game by the same name. And there were actually 2 video games, The Last of Us and then The Last of Us 2. I had the pleasure of watching someone play both of them. I did not play them myself, but I actually enjoy watching people play video games because I feel like I get to enjoy the story and the scenery and all of that stuff without actually like the stress of trying to kill stuff and figure stuff out. So I really was like riveted by the story of this game. It's some of the best writing I have ever seen in a video game, and probably like as far as like any story. It's just a really engaging story. It's about life, death, relationships. It's kind of bleak and difficult at times, but also really beautiful. It's a post-apocalyptic kind of setting. It's about a global pandemic, and which is funny because the game came out way before we ever went through what we just went through. And the pandemic causes kind of a zombie type scenario. And it's about some of the last people to survive that and their adventures. And I don't want to say too much more because it might get spoilery. But the show is fantastic. Really good quality, follows the story of the video game almost exactly, and not in a bad way. It pulls all the best things from the game and then it adds a few other things. Visually, it looks amazing. The acting is amazing. The casting is amazing. And the music is also fantastic. It's by the same composer that did the composing for the video game. And it's this like beautiful acoustic guitar, kind of not too flamboyant, kind of like understated. So yeah, I fell in love with the game and I was really excited about the show. I think casting Pedro in the lead is perfect. The character that he's portraying, Joel Miller, is like really beloved among video game players. So he had some really big shoes to fill and he's doing a great job. So you should all watch this. It's Sunday nights on HBO Max. The first episode was this past Sunday. It was about an hour and a half long pilot. And I hope that you'll all watch it along with me so we can chat about it in Discord and on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, I love random moment. I got to watch The Last of Us episode 1 with someone really cool.
I bet you did.
Yeah. And Pedro is a slutty daddy.
Yes,
Video of him on, I think it was on Twitter, but somebody showed him a picture of Oscar Isaac and something about being daddy, and like Pedro Pascal's like, daddy is a mood, or like just his response. He's wearing this bright pink t-shirt.
Pink sweatshirt, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole vibe.
He knows his brand.
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
embraced it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm totally fine with this.
Yeah, what is that interview where he's like reading the tweet or like a review or a comment or something? He's like, Pedro is my slutty cool father. And he's like, yep, I am your slutty cool daddy.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I've got the words mixed around there, but yeah, it's just like that. It's just there's no shock, there's no surprise. He's just like,
Just accept it.
Yeah.
Something nice
I am
about that.
yeah, it's very good. So again, go put in chats. There's a poll in chat. Go put in the poll whether you've watched episode 1 or not. Yeah, let's carry on chatting about more shows. Melindhra, would you like to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. What have you got for us?
So I know we often talk about like dramas here and shows with like a lot of breadth and depth, but I'm actually recommending a sitcom. It's called Abbott Elementary. And you may have heard of it because it's winning like award after award after award, and it's so well deserved. This is an amazing show. led by Quinta Brunson, who is in front and center in the standing in the yellow and green. And she's the lead in the show, but she also writes it and produces it. And it's so well done. And it is very much a show that people who like Aiel would appreciate, because it's about a group of people trying to survive in an environment of very low resources, that it can be very challenging, and they have to figure out how to navigate through. There are characters in the show who have very dry, very still senses of humor, who are very deadpan when they respond, and that might remind you of a certain sense of humor of a certain type of people that we definitely emulate here all the time very well, because we're really good at that kind of humor. There are people on the show who happen to be gingers and happen to be particularly aggressive and would cut a bitch just all the time. Oh. So there's a character in it for everyone, including one of the wisest wise ones you'll ever meet, and maybe a Kool-Aid stand-in if you want to go that far, because there's crazy mix of casts, and they're all really great. They tell everyone's story, and you learn a little bit more about each character every episode, and they're always wholeheartedly fighting for the best for the kids in the school that they represent in all of the various like shenanigans they get into. It's an amazing show and a great ensemble, and I suggest you go watch it if you haven't yet.
I like that. That's a good sell. You've made it Aiel, so I'm asking that. Apparently Rapunzel says the most unrealistic thing about Abbott Elementary is that they get lunch breaks. That never happens.
Poor teachers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The rest of the show is too much like the real thing. I love it. So that's
really great.
That's a good sell. So going back to the last one, The Last of Us, 74% of you have not watched episode 1 yet. I am going to do a reaction to it because I know Bain&Chiad loves it so much. It's a Pedro thing, so that's why I have not watched it yet. That'll be over the next couple of days. I'll sort that out. I didn't have access to it originally, so I had to sort that first. And I'm like, right now I don't have time to watch it and react, so I'll wait a couple more days. But I loved. Did I see? Yeah, Snack Water in chat was just like yikes, 3 lots of toe for me so far. Have you got 4 lots of toe? Have you watched Abbott Elementary yet? So, but yeah, let us know, because there's a new poll in chat for that, folks. And we are now up to Wise One Shelly. What's your show?
Yes. So,
or did you want to go last? You don't have to go fourth. You can go last if you prefer.
I'm fine.
Okay, go for it.
So my show I've kind of mentioned in passing before, but it's Reservation Dogs, and I finally finished the 2nd season. So I wanted to talk about it because I don't think there's anything like this show that's ever really been on TV before. The story of the show is it's about an indigenous community in the U.S. that's dealing with multiple traumas, and it centers around this group of kids who, long story short, like a content warning for suicide within the show. One of the people in their group has committed suicide, and the show starts after that. And I know that sounds like it's going to be really heavy, but they deal with it so much through humor. It is a story about dealing with trauma. It is a story about resilience. There's 2 traumas that are explored throughout the course of the show, but tied into that, they talk about spirituality. They talk about, what it means to find culture, to tradition, reinterpreting their traditions for a younger generation. There's a funeral episode that really, I actually watched about 3 times because it just made me cry. So but in such a good cathartic way, because it was the community getting together to support a family through their trauma and what that looked like. The characters are so funny. There's an episode where all the women, like the moms and the older women, go to a Native Health Conference is what they call it. And I've been to a couple of those conferences, and I can attest it is the sex fest that they show on there. It is quite funny, and it's just amazing. There's nothing like that on TV.
That seems very therapeutic.
Yeah, it's Taika Waititi. So if you like his brand of humor, and Willie Jack and Cheese are two of my favorite characters I've ever seen on TV. But I just also love that there's a supernatural element to the show that's just done so well, and there's just great sarcasm too. There's just these quips that just come off very quickly, where the one kid is always trying to find himself, what am I going to do with my life? And so he tries roofing for a bit, and he just genuinely asks the roofers did you always see yourself as a roofer? And they just throw off yep, I've always dreamed of building white people's homes. They throw off the quips so quickly. So it's on Disney Plus. I can't recommend it enough. Like I said, I've watched almost everything at least twice, and that one episode I did watch 3 times because it just was such a good cathartic episode that there's something about watching a community support people through transitions in life that really gets to me. So highly recommend it.
I love that. Right, well, let's end this previous poll. We're up to 79% of people who have not watched Abbott Elementary, so we're getting worse, people.
No, this is good. That means we've picked things that people can go and explore and enjoy while they wait.
This is true.
We've done a good job.
I'm actually happy. Worried people would be like, oh, I've already seen all these, but they haven't. So
yes.
Yes, there's one particular ancestor who shows up in Kev's just mentioned him in the chat. There's one particular ancestor who shows up in the show who's really fucking funny. He's just a sarcastic. I don't want to give it away. You're gonna love him when you see him.
Aw, Jess, we love you too.
Aww.
This is sweet. So, also, I do love that this was happening in chat. For the records, I love The Last of Us for many reasons. Pedro, I'm just sure.
I liked the story before he was even cast in the show. Just FYI.
Okay.
Sure.
It took me a second to realize what that acronym was. I was like, the what? I was like, I know I'm old and not cool. I was like, I'm not up at all what the young kids are saying these days. I was like, of us.
Yeah. And also, don't think I missed, Kevin, when you put in chat earlier, time to make Rob saying, I am your my ringtone.
Oh, you already said it.
It's on the internet now.
Grace, I feel like Bain&Chiad is just Kevin, let me slide into your DM.
That's the next button instead of the butt rock. The dusty
Oh, there we go. That's the first time I was waiting for.
Oh my god, the first time we said butt rock tonight.
Butt rock.
We're slipping, guys. We're slipping.
We are.
Maybe it's the moose squay.
I bet that would warm a cast iron toilet. I'm just.
Oh yeah, especially coming out of the steamy bath.
There it is for you, folks. Hope you enjoy. I love this. Look, the story. Wink, wink. I love that. Okay. So please go check that out. I'm going to round us off, folks. My suggestion is it's on Netflix for those who ask where it is, and it is. Where's the picture? There it is. It is Sex Education. So this is a picture from season 2. I tried to get one that gave you a lot of people, but didn't give any spoilers away. So it focuses on a character called Otis, and it's his journey. Basically, he's a teenager. There's a whole bunch of teenagers there at in the UK. It's based in the UK. It's what we call sixth form, but it's the last 2 years of school. It's just in the UK. It's optional. You can go to it's like a half college sort of step up thing. So they're 17, 18-year-old kids. And it's it's a hilarious show. I've watched this twice. I've made my roommate watch it. She loves it. We're waiting for season 3. It is going to be the last season. Is it season 3? Maybe it's season 4. I don't know. I've lost track, to be honest. There's so much good stuff going on in it. But it is absolutely hilarious. It is awkward at times because it is teenagers and they're going through all the journeys teenagers go through with sexuality. And, there are scenes of masturbation. There are scenes of sex. There are scenes talking about fantasy and kinks and all sorts of things like that in a really open and just beautiful way. His mother, Otis, is the main character. What is his name? I forget his name, the actor. It's a weird name, bless him. Anyway, Otis, he's there. I forget his actual name. I just know his character name. So he's the guy he's facing away from the camera. His best friend Eric, who is now playing Doctor for Doctor Who, has got his hand on his shoulder there. And his mum is a sex therapist. So you can just imagine he's awkwardly going through his teenage years.
Oh man,
and is struggling with all sorts of things. I don't want to give anything away, but he's like struggling with a lot of things. And his mother's a sex therapist, and so she's very open about all these things. And then it just ensues with like chaos at school, and then like who loves who, and dating and dramas, and but in between all this, there's beautiful conversations, I say, about sexuality, gender, just anything and everything you can think of in that. And there's it's a beautiful, beautiful show, and it's hilarious. But I mean, I couldn't possibly I don't want to. I want to describe things that happen, but it gives spoilers, so I can't. But yeah, you really need to check it out. So that's my show. Let me just end that poll, and we'll see who's watched this one and who hasn't. 82% of you have not watched Reservation Dogs. So, and thank you, Eamon's Air. Asa Butterfield. I had butter stuck in my head. I didn't think that was right. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. And Rapunzel was there as well for it. Excellent. And I never get his name right. The gentleman who is going to play the Doctor.
Wait, is Gillian Anderson in it?
Gillian Anderson. Yeah,
What?
Gillian Anderson.
Oh, I'm so watching this.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson plays his mother. Look, she's there.
She's
just
so
on
good.
the right. Yeah.
Oh, she was hiding.
Yeah, right on the end. But yeah, it's a hilarious show.
You know what we should do? We should ask the chat and anyone watching this show later to put in the comments what we didn't watch.
Yeah.
What we didn't talk about, or other shows they recommend to fill the Wheel of Time shaped hole in our hearts.
Aww.
So many good shows out. Yeah.
Ooh, a quick throw out, because there's a couple shows that have new seasons coming out, like Carnival Row for those who are already Prime subscribers, and then oh man, I'm blanking on the other. Oh,
with their latest, the second season. So
of what did you say?
Vikings Valhalla.
Oh yeah, I just started watching that.
Yeah.
So good.
And
Peripheral was really good. First season just came out, and we really enjoyed Peripheral.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
Yep.
And then there's that. What is that D&D cart?
Vox Machina.
Yeah, that I think it's season 2 comes out very soon too.
Yeah, they just released the trailer for season 2, and I think in April is when it's supposed to come out.
No, I think the episode came out already because I saw people posting about it.
No, it was like today or tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
I love that.
I think I started. Has Sex Education been around for a while?
Yes.
I think I may have started that show and not finished it.
You're right. Season 2, episode 1, Vox Machina.
Bye, Leigh-A.
Bye, Leigh-A.
There we go. So yeah, Sex Education. I don't know when it first came out. I'm trying to find that, but I was right. There are 3 seasons. A 4th one is coming. Sex Education came out in. So the first series was released on the 11th of January 2019. So
okay,
it's a fraction over 4 years old now, which is great.
That's awesome.
Because it went through production during COVID, and survived, and is now had 2 more seasons. So that's really good. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's a lot of suggestions.
Reaction video to Mandalorian season 3.
Yes, so I'm working on doing reactions. I'm getting better all the time. I feel like I've given up on. I don't know whether I'll ever finish Lord of the Rings. Maybe I'll do it when season 2 comes out and be like, because it's just not selling. I'm just not enjoying it. I've got to be honest. I might drag through because I'm halfway through. There's 8 episodes. I've done 4. I might drag my way through it. I immediately gave up on Obi-Wan. I did 1 episode, never got back to it, and then it was just like, I'm just going to watch it. And I've got to be honest, I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible.
So are you saying you can't do a reaction video if you don't like the show? Like you can't do an honest one? Or what?
No, I can't. I do honest. I just have no desire to go and watch more of it and do reactions. I'm like, because it's just, I'm like, oh.
So you could just do a video of you watching something else. Because you're like, I don't want to watch it anymore.
I should just like put up clips of like the really bad bits or the bits I liked or didn't like from each episode, and then every time it comes back to me, just have my face from that video that was taken of me at WoTch where they were all like playing random music.
Yeah.
So I'm just like.
Love that meme.
Not entertained at all.
No, I was not. Yeah, but Obi-Wan did not entertain me. I've said this in a couple of places, but it relied on too much nostalgia, and it was not enough episodes. Like they tried to cram in like 8, or I've already told Anis, by the way, Jess, 8 or 10 episodes, like that much story into 6. And I felt, I'm going to give a few spoilers, but it's not major ones, that Obi went from like this to like, oh, okay, so I'm like, no, now I'm this, and like, actually, no, I'm a little bit of that, and actually, like, I'm really this, and then half an episode later, like, and then like, now I'm okay again.
Either. It was kind of just like, this is really not good.
Yeah. So, Roby-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, I really was. And then I went and watched Andor, and I was like, that was freaking
Andor was
brilliant.
so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's if you're obsessed with Obi-Wan Kenobi and you're okay with a lot of leaning on nostalgia, I'm sure it's great for you. I wanted real story, and I just felt it wasn't there. So that's me. Sorry, folks. But yeah, I am working. Rapunzel put it in chat earlier. I did say when I was on Lesbian Days live stream, we did Wheel of Time and Trek crossover stuff, that I hadn't watched Lower Decks. And I said I would start. I did that night. I watched an episode and recorded myself and died with laughter. I mean, I died. Trek is so difficult to get through copyright, so I had to do 2 edits to try and get it through, and I've recorded 2 more reactions. I've edited one of those, they've made it through, and I've got to do the third one. Then I'll do more videos, but I'm very much enjoying it. So there will be some Lower Deck reactions coming soon. Mandalorian will come, and then I'll just have some fun so that when we get to season 2 all the time, I can do it justice.
Excellent.
So yeah. And apparently we're still laughing at Jess. Jess is still laughing at Leigh needing a spoon for her drink.
Well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like, I finished it, but there's a whole bunch of chunks.
It did curdle.
Yeah. So.
Apparently my facial reaction should be made into life-sized handheld pics on a stick and handed out to Jordan Con.
Can't we just have his real face? I want his real face.
My real face will be at Jordan Con, though, because I have tickets, both plane and con. So I will be at Jordan Con.
And a passport, I'm assuming.
Yeah, unlike you, Leigh-A, I have one of those. How is your passport going, Leigh-A? Do you have one of those?
I haven't done jack shit this year with it yet. So it's like on my list of things to do, but work's just been so crazy. I need to call the State Department again because I lost all my notes on what I'm supposed to do. So.
Oh gosh,
but that was such a last year problem.
Yeah, well, you've got less than 8 months to make it a this year problem. So, yeah,
it took more than that last year, so we'll see.
The State Department should just do you a solid and just give you one.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Don't they know who you
I'll
are?
vouch for Leigh-A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that's our recommendations for what to watch while you wait. If you're watching back later, please throw your recommendations in the comment section. If you're watching live, that's wonderful, and we appreciate you and we love you, much as we love people who watch back later who can't watch now. But your comments don't hit the comment section on the video, so if you would be so kind as to go back when the live stream ends and add them into the comments afterwards, that would be much appreciated, because YouTube likes when you do that. But if you don't have the spoons to do that, that is totally okay. We still love you. But we want to round off with a fun game, apparently. Shelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shelly, explain this to us in pre-show and in the chat, in our group chat, and I followed it maybe 30%.
You gotta follow it now, because you're in charge of it.
Okay.
Should be pretty easy though.
Why are you not in charge of it, Shelly? Why am I in
Because
charge?
I need to play, because this is going to
Yeah.
be like...
This is for people who can move.
Yeah, the game is called What Is In Your Hold?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, and I can't move at the moment. That's true, yeah. This is fair. Okay. So explain it, and I'll pretend like I introduced it.
All right, so chat... Do you want to try and speak it in a Canadian accent, Rob, or do you need me to speak it in a British accent?
No. What I'll do is I'll highlight myself, and I'll just animate you talking. There we go. So
Perfect.
Introduce it.
Perfect. So, my name is Rob. And that's what broke him. I find my own name hilarious. What can I say? Rob. It sounds like Mob, or Bob, or Lob, or Cobb, or Sob.
Rob, is this the game that we're playing?
I think this should be a new game. I love it.
We totally need to actually make this a game.
I felt like I wasn't doing too badly there.
It was great. It was amazing.
That was so good about it.
Okay. So, the game is called What's in Your Hold. And for those of you who have ever been on a cheesy Zoom business call, it's kind of like, it's a scavenger hunt, basically. And what we're going to do is we're going to involve the chat. And so all of us Aiel are going to shut the chat so we can't see it. Sorry, I just saw Kev's comment. All of us are going to close our chat, and what we're going to ask the audience or the comments to do is we want you guys to put things that we could scavenger hunt around our house. And if you put something in wonky, like say, I don't know, your pet. No, that's not a very good example, but your pet. So all of us have to go find our pet and hold it up on camera, and the first one back wins. Or you could say something really abstract, like, show me the saddest thing about COVID. And I could bring back like the plane ticket that I didn't get to use or something like that. So you guys put stuff in the chat. I have to close it now because I think I'm going to start seeing things that people are posting. Your favorite pair of pants, whatever. And if any of you put in anything creative and we can come up with a creative interpretation of it, then Rob chooses who wins that. So the idea is to be fast, but also to like find the coolest interpretation of whatever it is. So I'm going to close my chat and I'm going to let the chat start putting in suggestions of stuff for us to find. And then what we're also going to invite you to do is on Twitter, feel free to post your interpretations. Don't forget to add alt text. And then after the game, we're going to pick which interpretation of an object we liked best. And we're going to send that person a toque.
Did you all follow that explanation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Really glad I'm wearing pants because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just like jump up at some point.
Okay, so you've all closed chat now.
We all closed chat?
Yes. So
and if they don't post anything, Rob, you can just start suggesting stuff we have to go find.
Okay, I love okay. Oh no, we've got one in there. Kevin Angus is saying, please go and find something that is extremely fresh.
Extremely fresh.
Time.
Oh, there we go. Leigh-A was back first. White's One Shelly.
My cat is very fresh.
He was very spicy tonight, that's for damn sure. Mel has gone an extended raid, apparently, so this is great. Well, I think Leigh-A definitely got back first. I think Mel's definitely got. Mel, did you get sidetracked with some bees? Like,
I live in a house.
It's might be one time the tiny apartment is a plus.
yeah,
If
that
it's
was
too
great.
much, Mel, if it's too much, you can always help Rob Judge. If you're feeling that you're like,
No, it's good. I'll get it work out.
I like this. So you're not seeing chat, but chat is. But you took time to put that in chat, Mel.
I did that when she started explaining it, and I realized what I had to do.
Oh right, okay, right, yeah. Jessica, I love this. Copper is correct. Mel is MIA. This is great. Okay. Oh, Village Mattress knows what we like here. Okay, so we've got some good ones here, but let me highlight, not highlight, but let me just star these so I can find them. Village Mattress says, find something you can spank someone with.
Oh god.
Oh, Mel and Shelly both in with spears.
But mine is bigger. For comparison.
oh, the crop.
A crop and a spatula.
I think
great.
I have a better one.
Wait a minute. Can we redo?
Oh
Wait,
my
the
god.
prettiest-
Did we already?
Okay, so we
Did we already show our fresh things?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't even show mine.
What was your fresh thing?
It's this avocado that looks like this.
I'm not sure that's fresh, but okay.
How? It's hexagonal. I don't know.
Oh, okay. This is great. Okay, so Rapunzel has a suggestion, and there is a point of clarification for this. So you can't go until I give you the clarification. Rapunzel wants you to find something stabby that is not a knife. I'm also going to say is not a spear.
Oh my god.
Go. Yes, there we go.
Number 2 pencil.
A pencil. Oh, we have a screwdriver. We have a pen
Chopstick.
and a chopstick. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Well, Bain&Chiad was first, but I love that we have a screwdriver. 4 different items. We have a pen, a pencil, a chopstick, and a screwdriver. All very
Just to
good
prove
options.
that Aiel can kill you with anything.
100%.
It's
I
true.
also
They are loving the panel. And also, Kev, by the way, Mel says that is not fresh.
Ooh.
Oh, is that?
Ooh, that is the tiniest stabby.
Yeah.
Look, my stabby is reversible. Wait, it's rusted.
please don't stab yourself with it.
You can
Oh
be
my
stabbed
God.
with a star
I
or
can, you can
Jessica's-
stab from both ends.
Jessica Sadai is disappointed that no one got a slipper, so 2 thumbs down.
good.
Sorry. It was too
okay.
far away.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I was thinking too
Right.
literally.
So we have one from Mary Frenzy,
Okay.
who is a wonderful friend of the show, beautiful Foldy. And Mary Frenzy says, please go and grab something that smells good.
Candle!
Myself.
Mel, yourself, I don't know. We'll see if that counts. We have
This
a candle.
is weird, but this lipstick smells like chocolate. It's like
That counts.
tastes really good. Well, it doesn't taste good, but it smells good.
Okay, but please don't eat the lipstick. Yeah.
I am grabbing myself.
I got a catnip toy.
Oh, okay.
You didn't say who it had to smell good to.
This is true. Luke Eyes Jedi is in your defense, Mel, saying that the avocado was fresh when you first got up to go and get it.
That's right.
You just clearly took so long to come back to us that it was no longer fresh.
Avocados go unfresh very, very quickly.
And Mary needs to smell you, Mel, in order to judge this one completely. So.
All right. Reserving judgment. No points can be awarded until Mary has a chance to smell me.
Yeah. Okay. Rapunzel would like us to go find a comfort food.
Hot chocolate.
The avocado! Oh my god!
Everyone else
I
was
grabbed
so
it and it dented some more.
Cheerios. That's all I got nearby.
Oh,
squeezing
that's-
it.
yeah. That's
Aw.
I
definitely.
also have ramen.
Ooh, that's a good comfort food.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is great.
Some people put the parts that are not brown inside of this on toast.
Oh, this is great. Okay. Okay, here's a gimme from Reese, Aludra. Something you should have thrown away.
Oh, dear. Can I bring a picture of my ex?
Why should
that
you have
doesn't-
thrown that away, Mel? That is not.
Because he never plays it.
I should have thrown away.
I can't think of because I just purged my apartment. So.
Onions that I'm trying to regrow and it's not going well.
Wait, I have something better.
Yeah, that counts.
I probably have some kind of paper in here that I don't need anymore. Nothing very exciting.
Kev apparently just let out an ungodly
I've got a lot of
snort.
old Post-it notes and shit that I don't need.
A golfing Santa.
A golfing Santa. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like this one. Shelly Shade is the best. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Shelly went.
What did I throw? Oh,
Oh, Kev, we're finishing with that one. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple more, and then we're
Ooh.
gonna finish up on Kev's suggestion. That's just
We're finishing Kev.
yes. Random Noman says, find a non-Wheel of Time book.
The partner.
Oh, it's so beautiful that everyone except Shelley had a book on their desk.
I have an entire shelf of them.
That's
Multiple
beautiful.
the
That
bookshelf
was
was in my
great.
bedroom.
Thank goodness, because my library is on the other side of the house.
This one's signed by
Oh.
Umberto Eco.
Aw. Random Noman is coming in with good ones tonight. This one I feel like you all have to go somewhere to get this one. Okay. So prep yourselves.
Okay.
I might give Mel like a 2-second head start. I don't know. Maybe I should DM Doyne about it first. He can meet you halfway, give you half a chance.
Wait, do I need to get my vibrator? Is that what we're doing?
No. Random Noman says, show us your favorite container.
Oh, well,
What? I don't even. What? Okay.
Like
my chibi mug is my favorite container.
like a container you store food in the fridge in, or something like that. Or, well, I don't know. This one's open to interpret. What the fuck is that, Mel? You bring a rocket? Wait, you did go and get your vibrator, didn't you? Oh,
It's a container.
Leia has her chibi mug. You've got a rocket. Shelley has a blue container.
No, this is Rob.
I had this
It's
little
containing
wooden
something.
thing with a lotus on it that I like.
This is the salad Tupperware of your dreams. It fits your
Yes.
salad dressing there. It fits your fork across here. Holds a big old portion of salad. This is how you make friends with salad.
This is how you make friends with salad. Nice.
Is that a
All right.
container, Bill?
Yeah,
What
it's
what
a
you
rocket
can-
container.
What does it contain?
It contains this piece of black paper. What's in it?
Okay.
Oh, it's a light bright thing.
random.
Okay. Here is your last quest. Now, I think this one's very beautiful. Thank you, Kev, for this one. Ladies, please go and grab something from somebody else on the screen.
Oh, wait, fuck, it's right here. No, where'd it go? Ow!
Oh!
I can't hear anything.
Aw. Nice. This is Leigh-A, are you okay? Have you lost?
Yeah, I lost the knife that goes in the.
You just have the sheath. I love this. So Mel, this is Fadaris by.
Yeah, I got this because Bain&Chiad has the same one.
I do have the same one.
Yeah. And Shelly has a Malkier Talk sticker. Bain&Chiad has a Manchester bee pillow. And Leigh-A has the knife, or the sheath at least, to it. But we got her for her last name day. So that's beautiful. Such a cute suggestion from Kev. I was like, that we have
Love that.
Nice.
And I love that we were like all able to actually get very quickly things.
Yeah, it was great. I was very as Rano said, great one to end the day. Shins were bruised on this day. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed our
bonus.
Bonus.
Aww.
So cute. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with Slay. I hope we've given you some fun suggestions on what to watch while you wait for season 2. And I hope you've enjoyed the silly little game right at the end, because that actually was very entertaining. And I'm glad I was not playing, because I absolutely could not have done that in any way, shape, or form. I'd have been like, "What's on my desk?" And
I'll send this to you.
You send me the avocado.
Bain&Chiad, that was a really good idea for that game.
Yes, thank you. I thought
Yes.
really hard about it and planned it for days.
Yeah,
You
and
are.
Mel,
You're really good at that. Yeah.
Mel, thank you for introducing it to us.
Anytime. Anytime.
The introduction and explaining for everyone watching was very very appreciated. So
Yeah, my ventriloquies.
ventriloquism.
Thank you. Those skills. See, I just did it again. Top notch.
Thank you, Shelly, for the sweat tent talk about dry January.
You
Very
are
welcome.
inspiring.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, and Leigh-A, thank you for advising everyone on all of those amazing shows that we should watch.
Yes,
Because I just watch all the shows.
Yeah.
this is true. So, and we will see you next week, folks, where we will be joined by at least one member of What Series. We'll see how many more we can talk into joining us. But until then, folks, it's goodbye from us, and may you always find love, water, and a fuck ton of shade, because sometimes you need that. So, bye.
Bye.